All right, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. And this is gonna be a different one. Hey man, I'm doing a video. Can you stop? Give me a second. All right, so back to what this video is going to be about. So I got the bike rack for my Tesla Model Y. So I'm standing in here in my garage with all my other e-bikes and whatnot, and I wanna get this installed because the goal of getting the vehicle for this channel was to have a heavier mount for like a heavier bike rack. I could put a heavier bike on there and actually go out of town and have a reliable car, because the car I had before was like a little bitty Ford Fiesta ST, and it was just too small to like hold a 150-pound bike, especially with our 72 volts in here. So anyway, this is my garage right now. You can see we've actually sold a lot of stuff. And these two boxes down here are the boxes that have my bike rack on it. I also got the clip out so we can get this undone. So basically, to take the rear hitch cover off, you need these two little plastic things. You get a screwdriver, you can get whatever you want, flathead, and you come down here and basically just take this cover off. And I think you start at this corner, then this corner, pop it off, and that's gonna expose our tow hitch, because I got that option when I ordered this vehicle. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I have no idea how to put this thing together yet. I'm obviously gonna have to read the instructions. So right now I'm just gonna unbox it. I'll show you guys how it looks, and then I'll probably put some music on, get it all put together, and then I'll see how it fits on the car. Then I'm gonna try to load up a bike on there and see, which I'm gonna try to get my Talaria XXX up on there and see how cool that looks and get a screenshot for you guys. It's gonna be dope. So I got the boxes open. So here's how it comes. There's two boxes. This is the main rack. So this basically, these arms right here, they fold out. It's like a latching mechanism. You can see the little teeth right there. Basically, this folds all the way out, and then when you put your bike in there, you basically just fold it in and it locks. There's nothing else you need, no straps, no nothing, and that's kind of why I got this. Now, I'm a little bit disappointed, and that's because I got OCD about when I spend $900 on a bike rack that's gonna go on my car. There was a puncture in this box, and you can see right there, this is not just a scratch, this is actually gouged out. I don't know if it's gonna be that big a deal, if you're even gonna be able to see it or not, but if you're not gonna be able to see it, I probably won't say anything. Here is the hole right here, so you guys can get an idea of what happened. So I don't know what hit this, but definitely made some like damage right there. That kind of sucks. The second package right here, this is what slides into the actual car itself. This feels pretty light actually compared to that right there. This thing is absolutely heavy. This thing doesn't feel that heavy. Maybe under 10 pounds for this unit right here. And I'm trying to think of how it sits, to be honest. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, I can see the logo, so it should go like this. There we go. So yeah, that should sit like that, if I'm not mistaken. And then the rack should bolt up to this piece. So that has holes on it. That should bolt right here. Definitely gonna have to get the instructions. But the logo is like that. You do have a locking pin right here as well. Like I said, I've never put one of these on. You got the little ball right here. I was told it needs to go like 2 inches into the car, but on a Tesla, I heard it comes really close in contact with the rear bumper. All right, so every single time I video record something, there's always a gardener that comes out to do something. But what I wanted to show you was I got these little pieces to take the rear off. I'm probably not gonna be able to do this with holding the camera at the same time, but basically come in here and you put it, maybe I can do it, I just don't wanna damage the plastic, but basically you just bend it out like that. That's all you do, just kinda go around it. It's better if you do it with one hand, because then you get both of these on either side and it's gonna help. But basically that's all you do, and then you should be able to pull this off. It's a little stuck on there because I haven't fully taken that off, but there we go. That's the first time seeing that, but wow, it is very far in there on the Model Ys. Holy moly. I do have this so I can tow. I don't exactly know how this works, but this should have all the lights if I were to tow a trailer. Hey buddy, I'm working right now. There's a lot of people watching this video. Well, maybe not a lot, but smash the like button for the kitty. So one thing that the instructions said to do was to basically have this 2 inches after the ball. So I made a little Sharpie line right here so I know exactly what 2 inches is when I stick it into this part right here. I know this sounds all bad over camera, but this is definitely gonna help me know where that's at. Or you can put tape or do whatever you want. So I'm gonna slide this in right now. That is close. Holy moly, that's close. Let me show you how close that is. Dang, I see why a lot of people say that you might want to get an extension, but then I also think that puts a little bit more of a less weight limit on this rear section because you're extending it out from the car, so I don't think it holds as much weight. We also have to put this little screw in here, so this is what latches when it sits down, and then our rack is gonna bolt up to this. So let me get to that really quick. Okay, so it's probably been about 45 minutes later and my gardener has left. There's obviously no noise here. He was even trying to help me really quick, and the Model Y is very sunken in. Like the hitch setup right here, it's just so in there. It's very hard to get your hands in there, so you need some small hands. Well, you can see this little metal clip right here. This is for the lock for the receiver. And then this right here is if you're gonna tow something. So I have the towing package on my Model Y. If you did not have this option, you're not gonna have this. You should be perfectly fine to get your hands in here. You're also gonna need small hands as well. Anyways, I had to unbolt this, pull this out with the harness, and just kind of set here on the corner. Should have taped this up because it seems like it scratched it ever so slightly. But anyways, finally got it locked, and then this is on here, but now I gotta push this in and tighten it, so I need to do the measurement and see where that little marking's at that I did with my Sharpie. And then I can start putting this on. So it's been a pain. I've also gotten bit by a bunch of ants by being out here. This has just been a pain in the ass. And the cat has made his spot. He's been sleeping the last like 30 minutes because he's like, man, human, this is taking you forever. But anyways, once I get this locked, then we're gonna start on this section. All right, so once that is done and you put the plunger on, which is this little thing right here, then you're good to go. That basically just lines these holes up, so wherever you want to angle that. I also had to put these nuts in as well. They're just sitting right over there. Those are big old things. But to basically install this onto the actual hitch itself is, or the bike rack I should say, these just drop into these holes. There's 3 of them. This one's just gonna drop into this one. And there you go. And then you're gonna put a washer and a nut on the other side. Make sure they're tightened down pretty good. Install those 2 bolts. And then we can see how this works. And there we go. That is everything installed. I got it as close as I could without going super close. I really don't want it any closer than that. I mean, if I really had to, I will. I got those bolts put in. We got the plunger put in. We got all 3 of those put in. And if you want to see underneath how it looks, they're just standard nuts underneath there. One of them is shorter than the other, so there's 2 longer ones. So the longer ones went on the sides. The shorter one went in the middle right there. But other than that, now we really need to see how a bike fits on here. Damn, that's heavy. All right, and there we go, guys. That is the bike installed on my Tesla Model Y Performance with the Extreme Duty bike rack. This was an $850 bike rack. It's super nice. You don't need any straps. You can see as I'm moving it, obviously it's gonna move back and forth. The only thing I think I might wanna get is a wheel lock, or there's a little piece that goes down in here and it locks the wheel right here so it doesn't have any play going back and forth. You can also get another thing, I believe, that goes through here and goes through there, so it locks it, I guess, to this. But other than that, I'm not too worried about it. If I obviously left it on here, I'd want to put some type of deterrent on here because all you can do is really come up to this, unlatch this, and you can take the bike down. So this is really going to just be for when I'm going out. I'm not going to leave my car. But if I was, I'd probably put some locks on it and whatnot. But it looks pretty good. And I did have to lower this down. So when you do get this rack, they start up here. I moved it down 4. I couldn't put it on this one because it had a little washer right in there. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. This works okay for this. I think if I would have gone 1 more down, like right here, it would have stopped maybe right here. But I mean, that's not too bad. The back one looks pretty good because the rear tire is a little bit bigger. You could smash these pretty high if you want, but if you smash the tire too much, you have to push this forward. So you basically have to bend this forward to unlatch that before you can swing it back. So you don't want to do it too tight because then you're going to screw yourself. But that's how it looks. It looks pretty clean, not too bad. I still feel like I would like to put an extra strap on it just in case if I was probably going to go to like LA or do a long trip. But the one thing I noticed with having the XXX on here, you can't see the license plate at all. So yeah, that's one bad thing about it. And I'm pretty sure it lowered the back of the car as well. Yeah, I mean, compared to the front, so you guys can see how much lower that is. I'll put my hand in there for reference. And then you go to the front. Look at the front. The bike is definitely heavy. The XXX is one of the bikes I always wanted to bring around, but I couldn't because taking this battery out is just a pain in the ass. My Sur-Ron would fit on my little car out there on that bike rack with the battery out, but with this one, you just couldn't take the battery out. So I'm glad I could finally take this one places. And right now I'm actually gonna try to go on a group ride. So that's basically what I'm gonna do right now. Hopefully you guys liked the little quick video, just kind of showing the rack and whatnot. Maybe I'll put some extra clips in here at the end to make it a little bit longer. But for the most part, I'm gonna go try to make this group ride if it's not too late because it took me a while. It took me longer than I thought. So I'm gonna go meet up with the guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys are true MVPs. And if I put some more clips on, check them out. Later. Hey, who's bumping? Hey, the first time I get to see the Roadrunner Pro. Everyone keeps telling me to review that thing. I'm pretty sure that's faster than this thing.
I don't know, we can see.
I'm pretty sure. I don't even know if I'm in sports mode. I haven't rode this thing in a while. Okay, yeah. Maybe they're about the same.
We'll find it straight.
All right, so we got a mix of people. We got Johnny in the front. He has a Rev 1. The guy behind him has another scooter. He has a unicycle, or EUC, I should say. And then got a few people behind me. I actually didn't count how many people we had, but I think we have over 10 people.